rise for the Honorable Judge Will McDonald presiding.
Please be seated. This court will now hear the case of the People versus the Crusaders, 0001. Does the prosecution have any opening statements they'd like to make?
Yes, Your Honor. It is with great pride and honor in which I find myself standing in this court, participating in this case, and giving my all to provide justice for the many, many people who were either harmed or lost in the events of the Crusade. It is with astonishment in which I stand that Pope Urban II has been freely roaming after these atrocious events that occurred. This man, so solemnly looked at by his religious Christian followers, is not the leader they may see him as. This nefarious Pope took advantage of his honorable followers and used this commitment to encourage mass amounts of murders. I stand here in sympathy for those who were taken by this event, but also for those who were fooled by the words in which Pope Urban II spoke to them. Therefore, to provide justice to all those who need it, I have charged Pope Urban II with manslaughter due to his speech's encouragement of murder for Christian religion. He is the one to blame for each slaughtering. I have also charged him with accessory to murder, considering that he was the only one that could have stopped all of these cruel killings from happening, since he was the one who initiated them, but instead he just sat by and watched. I have also charged him with armed robbery due to the fact that those he sent back to regain the Holy Land took goods and money from many of their slaughterings, which I am sure the Pope also got a hold of. And lastly, Pope Urban II was charged with conspiracy to commit murder because his speech, although saying it is lawful, talked about murdering those who stole the Holy Land. Although he did not say it directly, he was encouraging it, which means technically he was conspiring to murder all of those other religions. These charges consist of the things Pope Urban II has committed. It is absurd to me that one could find a good reason to defend a man who led to the deaths of so many innocent people. No man in their right mind would allow such events to occur. No man in his right mind would consider these events as protecting religion. Since when did protecting one's religion consist of killing those who believe in an alternate religion? Since when was it okay to just slaughter people because they weren't the same as you? All of these people who were affected and harmed or killed by the Crusade, initiated by Pope Urban II, deserve justice. They lost all they had, and that is not something that shall go and just be left. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, now does the defense have any opening statements they'd like to make?
We do, Your Honor. My name is Noah Stout. I am the lead defendant attorney. My co-defendant attorneys are Nicole Marco and Finn Turwin. We are defending Pope Urban II, and we plead not guilty to the charges of manslaughter, armed robbery, conspiracy to murder, and accessory to murder. These charges seem rather contradictory when you look at the definitions. Manslaughter includes the crime of killing a human without malice. It is a crime that is not premeditated, is not planned, it is in the heat of the moment. And conspiracy to murder is premeditated, it is intended, and those two, that you can't be charged for them. At the same time, Pope Urban has never done any of these things. It is out of his control what his subjects may have done on the way to his call for peaceful reclamation of the Holy Land, and that is all, Your Honor.
Does the prosecution have any witnesses they'd like to bring to the stand?
Yes, please. I would like to call a Jewish resident of Rhineland to the stand.
Please state your name for the court.
Matthew Siegel.
Matthew Siegel, do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. Be seated.
So, what is your name?
Matthew Siegel.
And where are you from?
Rhineland.
So, what happened to all of your friends?
Most of them were slaughtered by the Crusaders.
What happened to their homes?
They were destroyed by the Crusaders.
And what about their goods and money?
They were stolen.
So, how did you feel in the place you lived when the Crusaders attacked?
I was scared for my life.
And what happened to Jews like you when you tried to leave?
Some escaped, but others were chased down and killed.
So, what happened to the Jews in the Bishop House?
I had family in the Bishop House, and Crusaders broke in after we trusted the bishop with our lives, and they slaughtered everyone, including the children and the mothers. It was terrible.
What did some of the Jews do in result to the fear of being murdered by the Crusaders?
Some of the mothers didn't want the Crusaders to kill their own children, so they took their lives.
And the Pope supports his order for the crusade by saying that was for his religion of Christ. But when you saw all these murders happening, did you see any relation to protecting any kind of religion?
All I saw was Crusaders just slaughtering people without any reason.
What was it like, the slaughtering?
It was terrible. People were dying everywhere. There was blood everywhere. I can't get it out of my head.
And would you say that you would commit such actions to protect or show passion in your religion?
I would never do such a thing.
That will be all. Thank you, Your Honor.
Now, would the defense like to cross-examine the witness?
We would, Your Honor. Matthew Siegel. So, during the events you described, did you ever personally see the Pope?
No.
So, you don't know if the Pope was there.
No.
Do you think the Pope was there?
I'm not sure.
So, the Pope was not there during the murders, the robberies, the pillages. How could he be accused of these things? Is the Pope to blame for these things, in your opinion?
Yes.
He is. That is all, Your Honor.
Now, would the defense like to bring in any witnesses?
Oh, we stay with the prosecution.
Oh.
Yep, okay, so he's dismissed.
Would the prosecution like to bring another witness?
Yes, please. May I please make a welcome Saladin to the stand?
Oh, sorry. Sure. Dan, state your name, raise your right hand, state your name for the court.
Saladin.
You swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you AP world history? Please be seated.
So, you found yourself in direct battle with the Crusaders. What was it like? What did you see?
It was cruel and gruesome, and it looked like they had a motive, and that nothing would stop them.
Did the Crusaders seem to be fighting for the cause that their Pope so told them to, or did they seem to just be killing?
I believe that they fought for the cause. It looked like they were fighting for their religion.
Why do you feel that you needed to push back the Crusaders to where they came from?
I believe that if they weren't stopped, they would just keep killing innocent people and keep pushing.
And what made you not take the Franks, the Crusaders, for a surrender negotiation?
Because I believed I needed to get my message across to stop them, make sure they won't come back.
And then, when you rejected Bilan ibn Barzan's proposal, how did he respond?
He threatened to kill all 5,000 Muslim prisoners.
If you were threatened with this, would you do the same thing?
Absolutely not.
So, when you were threatened by the Crusaders with this, what did you do?
I threatened to kill him, and he said he'd kill all our wives and children.
Did the Franks simply leave the city after the negation came to a close?
No, they took loads of treasure.
So, who do you think is to blame for this and why?
Pope Urban II, because he looked like he took charge for the Crusaders' push, and he motivated all of them through religion.
Alright, and one also side question relating Richard the Lionhearted is, what was it like in battle with him, and what did you see him doing?
It was cruel and just not right, and even after the city fell, he took around 3,000 survivors of ours.
Alright, thank you, Your Honor. That will be all.
Now, would the defense like to cross-examine the witness?
We would, Your Honor. So, when were you born? The answer is 1138 CE. Do you happen to know when the Pope died?
No, I do not.
1099 CE. The Pope had been dead for 40 years before you were even born. So, you never met the Pope.
No.
Did you ever see the Pope in your city?
No,
So, you think that he's responsible for these crimes?
I do.
He was not there. He's not responsible for these crimes. You killed so many men yourself. How do you justify this?
I believe we were fighting for a bigger cause because we were out to stop the Crusaders while he was just killing innocent people.
What do you consider your biggest accomplishment?
Becoming a ruler of all these big places such as Egypt, Syria, Upper Mesopotamia, the Hijaz, Yemen, and parts of North Africa.
Why? Why do you consider that your biggest accomplishment?
Because I believe I was a good ruler and I taught my people in good ways.
A bigger accomplishment than making a peaceful deal with King Richard the Lionheart to pay a ransom to leave the city peacefully?
Yeah, because if I didn't stop fighting them, I feel like they would have kept pushing on and killing innocent people.
That is all you have.
Okay, we're going to take a short recess and allow for the jury to, we're just going to take a short.
We're going to take a short recess,
And court will begin in 3 minutes.
and court will begin in 3 minutes.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna.
Okay, jury.